Good morning, YouTube family. It's going to be a fantastic day. We've been waiting for today for so long. Since we first came to Thailand, we've been trying to plan this trip out and just the logistics and sending emails back and forth. Finally, today, we get approved. We're allowed to film there. And I'm just insanely excited. Florian, are you excited?
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
It's early. It's like 6:30 in the morning, but we are pumped for today. So, let's get this show on the road. Florian, roll that intro. Let's get out of here. We are at the Elephant Jungle Sanctuary here in Pattaya, and real quick recap of what happened to us not too long ago. We went to Phuket and we were driving by all these elephant camps, and it was just a horrific, very sad thing to see how they treat those elephants there. The whips, the chains, they lock them up and they leave them until there's some money to be made. It was just a very heartbreaking experience just to drive by them. We didn't even go inside. So finally we found a camp that treat their elephants the way they should be treated. They're all rescued from those camps that were mistreated. So here it's the perfect place to be. We're waiting for our tour guide, and we're excited to show you what a real elephant sanctuary is supposed to look like and where you should spend your time when you come here to Thailand. I am lucky enough to be sitting with Shaza. She is the head of projects for all the sanctuaries here in Thailand, for the
Elephant Jungle Sanctuary.
Elephant Jungle Sanctuaries here in Thailand. So please tell me more about your position.
So basically what I do as head of project is I'm in charge of internal audits. Internal audits would be, if elephant welfare is still up to par, if the mahouts are doing what they're supposed to do, if the elephants are sick, what's being done about the elephants. And basically throughout all the different locations. So it's Chiang Mai, it's Phuket, it's Pattaya, and then it's also Samui. So just making sure that everyone's on the same page when it comes to conservation and elephant welfare.
First off, where do the elephants come from? Are you saving them, or are they born and raised here?
A lot of the rescues that we have, they basically come from logging places or entertainment and riding places.
A lot of people say, well, what's the harm in riding an elephant? They're such large creatures. Can't they handle an extra person or two on their back? What's the problem with that?
That's very interesting, because a lot of people ask me the same question. Now, elephants are designed to carry weight under their bodies. So, even tugging a log, for example, it's a lot easier as opposed to carrying people on their back. The spine on the elephant, with our spine, we've got a bunch of links that form a vertebrae, right? But with the elephant, they've got links, but they also have all these protrusions coming out. And the protrusion, when you add weight on top of those stuff, basically what you're going to do is you're going to create abscess, on the skin surface, and then the protrusions, right, the bones will just start caving in, and then then they crack, and then they don't walk anymore. The saddle is heavy and people are heavier on the saddle. But the biggest problem that we have with riding, especially in places like Thailand, is that there's a lack of regulation. No one's deciding how long the elephant is allowed to walk for, or how much water they should be given throughout the day, or how much food and what type of food. And the lack of regulation is really the biggest problem that we have with elephant riding places. And usually, so a rescue mission would be looking at the profile of the elephant, going into the riding camp, raising money to rescue the elephant, and then basically getting on the truck and then coming back to where the elephant's supposed to be. So it's every step of the way. I've done that 9 times. So it's very hard to not feel angry, you know. But oftentimes when I leave, I really feel more sympathetic, or I almost feel sorry for the people who do what they do, because they don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing is wrong. And I think that's the saddest part. It's 4,000 years of culture and tradition. It's stuff that fathers and grandfathers have taught them, right? So then it's the only thing they know how. So, you know, it's like, if you say that the elephant's acting this way, then this is what my father tells me to do. My father tells me to be the elephant into submission. So that's what I'm supposed to do. So then they do it, and they don't question authority, right? Because it's just like us with our parents.
Right.
You know, we always think whatever they say is right until you know better, right?
What do we do? How can we help as foreigners, as tourists coming into a country like Thailand?
I say the first thing to do is do your research, you know, and find out why. If you're going to meet an elephant, then, you know, find out your intention. Why are you meeting one? If you're really there for just a picture, then is it worth meeting the elephant at all? In my opinion, no, it's not worth meeting the elephant at all. Because if you're just there for a picture, then you're more likely to go to a place that would be more unethical, because you wouldn't really care about what the program was doing, right? With tourists, you guys, we have the power to make a difference in conservation. There are about 8,000 elephants left in Thailand right now, and 60% of them are already domesticated. So this means that you're not allowed to let them out in the wild. So then help out the businesses that are trying to do right by them. Because what do you do with them otherwise, right? So, you know, if you do come to Thailand, and I hope that you do, just understand that you're here for a reason. You chose Thailand because you want to, you know, immerse yourself in the culture and the tradition, because that's how I was when I first came. Because it's all about being part of the bigger picture, you know, and if everyone's part of the bigger picture, then, you know, the elephants might actually have a shot.
This has been an experience I'll never forget, honestly. I cannot recommend enough for all of you to come check out this sanctuary. It was an incredible experience talking to Sasha and seeing everything that she's doing for these elephants. A lot of these elephants were saved from riding camps that we saw from Phuket and around Thailand. One of them's actually pregnant. I don't know which one. They all kind of look the same. So if you are in Thailand, you must come here and check out the Elephant Jungle Sanctuary in Pattaya. Isn't that right? That's a yes, I think.
Come on!
What an intense workout. I'm still sticky and sweaty from it, and I can't wait to hop in the shower, but I wanted to take this opportunity and share a sensitive subject with you because it's been on my mind pretty much ever since we started this show, and it's food, of course. I'm a food addict. Within that year and a half of trying to get as big as I can get, I definitely became addicted to food. And you are addicted to food if you were doing some of the things that I was doing. One of them was I'd lie about it. People would invite me out and I would say, nah, I'm not hungry, but instead I'd order 2 pizzas or go to Burger King and grab a burger. And then when I get home, I'd hide the evidence so anyone that stops by wouldn't see the trash of just countless of junk food from every fast food place you can imagine, which was quite embarrassing. I did it for a reason at first, but then when I realized that I was losing control, that's where the embarrassment came. Because other things that were big signs of becoming a food addict was I was eating when I wasn't hungry. I was having cravings for other food while I was eating the food that I was cravings for. It didn't make sense. It was like, oh my God, this pizza is delicious. But you know what would be great? Another pizza with extra pepperoni, as I'm taking that bite. So these are massive signs. Being full and still eating, getting into food comas. I'm sure if you guys know what that is. If you don't, it's where you eat so much you get nauseous, you get sick, and all you can do is fall asleep, and then you feel guilty, and then you wake up the next morning or a couple hours later feeling so bad that you just did it. The only way to suppress the guilt is to go ahead and do it again. And I know that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me now as I'm saying it, and it doesn't make any sense when I was doing it, but that's what happens. A snake eating its own tail. That's what was going on. And I gained the weight so quickly, but then I couldn't get out of it. And then that was it. That was my life. Every day thinking about what I'm gonna eat next. And soda, oh my God, don't even get me started with soda. It's crazy. But to cut to the chase here, since we started this show, I'm still addicted to food. I still think about food all the time. And since I've only been living with this for like the last 2 years, with food addiction, those who are or have been suffering with it for a portion of their life, you cannot just snap your fingers and those cravings disappear, or your lifestyle changes overnight and that's it. You're not going to have any temptation and you're not going to have any failure throughout your road to recovery. It doesn't work like that. It's been quite some time since we started the beginning of the show this season, and I still think about it. In fact, today I'm craving a burger. But here's the thing. Moderation is key. If you want to grab something that you're craving, go for it. But don't do it every day. Restrict yourself to an extent. You don't need to cut it out for the rest of your life. But say, okay, this week I'm going to go ahead and give it my all. I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to come near anything unhealthy. And then maybe on the weekend, when my friends are going out, I'll grab a beer or I'll have a burger or something like that. That's all right. That's a good balance. You're having a little bit of enjoyment and you're working out hard. You're going to feel better. That's all important. So today, we're probably going to go have a burger somewhere. And then the next day, I'm going to get right back into it, train really hard, push myself really hard, and reach the goals I want to reach.
On the next episode of Alive Again.
So, I caught dinner. No, joking.